Welcome, Pleasant View Children's Ministry team members and whoever else on the internet finds this video useful. This is Pastor Jason again, and we are looking at how to get registered as a Children's Ministry team member volunteer with the new Kidmin app. So why are we doing this? Well, there's several benefits to Kidmin app that we are wanting to take advantage of. One is that the parents can check in at home before they leave and have that already done by the time they get to church, which makes our job as children's ministry team members way easier. There is not a line of everybody having to check in. Instant parent communication, if you have a child who needs their parents' attention, you can get that very quickly, that message out to the parents, and they will be on their way much faster than trying to call an usher, find the parent, all that kind of craziness that we're doing now. Also, it's very easy for me to track who is here and who is not, and I can know how big classes are getting, and if I need to send more volunteers over to a particular age group, that'll be easy to see. And it's easy for checkout afterwards, which I will show you how it works. It's super cool. So let's get into registration. There are two avenues for how you are going to get started with the Kidmin app, and that will depend on whether or not you personally have children that will be checking into this system. So if you are only a children's ministry team member and you do not have children, then this is the only video you need to watch, and you will have a little bit of a simpler process. If you are a guardian, a parent, and also a children's ministry team member, you've got more work to do. And so you will actually have to go back and watch the parent video in a moment and then come back and finish watching this one. So you will be an expert in all things, but you will have a little bit more to do. So either way, I emailed you a link inviting you to create an account with Kidmin app as a children's ministry team member. You need to start there. It's harder if you create an app account on your phone and then try to say, I'm a volunteer. It's possible to do that, but it makes it harder on me. So if I emailed you a link, before you do anything on your phone, please follow the link in your email, set up an account on your computer, and then log into that account on the app. That makes life easier for everybody. So either way, you were either emailed a link and are going to go now watch the, emailed a link and you're going to watch the parent video, or you're emailed a link and this is all you have to do. Okay, so here's what the email looked like, in case you're like, email? What email? It looked like this. It said, me, Jason Alley, has invited you to be a hero. So that's what the app calls it. You will then click this create account and follow the prompts that it brings you to. Okay, so that is step number one. No matter what you do, whether or not you have children, you need to do that first. Okay, and then if you have kids, you'll need to, after you create that account, go watch the parent. Once you've created your account, you need to go to the App Store, whether it's the iOS App Store or the Android App Store, and download the appropriate Kidmin app for you. So if you are a parent and a volunteer, then the Kidmin app, the regular Kidmin app, does it all. If you don't need the I'm a parent functionality, then all you need is Kidmin Hero. This is for volunteers only. This is a smaller piece of software. It does not have the tools to manage your own children. Okay, so this is fine if you don't have kids. This is necessary if you do. This video is going to focus on setting up this app. Parent video focused on setting up the other. Alright, so now you've downloaded the Kidmin Hero app and you have already set up an account with Kidmin as a volunteer, having followed the link that I emailed you. If that's not true, stop. Go get that done. Now, assuming you have done that, you're looking at this screen. Once you download the Kidmin Hero app and open it up, go ahead and log in with the credentials that you created on your computer when you followed the link. Okay, so once you've logged in, there's no other creating of anything on the app. The app knows who you are, and here's what you're looking at if a service is running. If a service is not running, then it'll just say, no services, come back later. I created a dummy 4 p.m. service just so that I could look at this with you. So here is what you will see when you log in and a service is ongoing. You will see all of the classes that we're offering. And again, this is kind of a dummy list. This isn't necessarily true. Oh dear. There you go. And then you will see how many kids are signed into each class. So let's say you are the pre-K teacher. You want to click on pre-K and see which kids you have according to the check-in software. So you click there and it brings up your list. These are all fictitious children that don't actually exist in our church. Again, public YouTube video. But these are all children that have been checked into the service already. So you can look at the kids in your class and you can look at this roster and make sure that they match. It's possible that there's a kid on this list who is not yet in your room, and that can be because the parents checked in at home and are not here yet, or it could be that a child got checked in and got put to the wrong class. Either way, we should figure out why somebody's on the list and not in your room. If it's right at the beginning of class, they're probably on their way and they'll be there in a minute. If it's a few minutes into class, you may want to send one of your assistants, one of your teen helpers to look around. Where is this kid? And make sure that we know where they are. But this is the list of kids that are currently checked in. Now, if there is a child in your room who is not on this list, then they have not checked in, and we need to get a hold of their parents and have them checked in. Okay, so that is something that we will address in another training on how to do that. But this is the list of kids that are checked in. If you want to get more detail on a child, you can click on him. So if you want to know more about Billy Bob, you click on his name on the list and it will bring up his picture, and it will bring up some information about him, his birthday, any allergens, any special notes that have been entered, those kinds of things. Here's marvelous buttons. If you need to get Billy Bob's parents, you can do it this way. You can open your roster, open your class, click on the kid, and then push that Page Parent button, and the parent will get a text immediately saying your child needs you, please go to their class. So that's pretty cool. You can also check the child out this way. If the parent shows up and you're like, okay, Billy Bob is leaving, you can hit that check out button and it will check him out for the day. Okay, so this is one way to check out a child. This is also one way of getting a hold of a parent. There are other things you can do with the app. If you look down further, on that same thing, it'll show you a picture of his dad. So that funny guy, Art Hunter, is there again. But if you want to know who are your parents, you can push his button and then look down a little bit and you'll see pictures of Dad. Also, check-in, check-out activity is there as well. That may or may not be useful to you. Scanning tags is the other cool thing that the Kidmin Hero app can do. So from the home screen, you can hit this tag scan button, and when you hit that, marvelous things occur. You get this page that tells you we're gonna use your camera now, and you say, yeah, let's do that. So you hit the scan tag button. Now, the scanner, kudos to the app. The scanner is super responsive. I had a hard time taking a screenshot of my phone without it also scanning a tag. This QR code does not at all have to be in the middle of the target here. It was reading that all the way out of the target. So it's a really good scanner. You won't be fiddling with it much. So you scan the tag. Now if you scan a child's tag, you will get this. And it'll show you a picture of the child, and again, all the same information that you got from pushing their button on the roster, you will get by scanning their tag. So you can page a parent, which is awesome, and again, if you push that button, then the parent is notified, come to class, and you don't have to do anything else. The parent should hopefully show up very soon. You can also check a kid out. You can scan a tag, scroll down, see the picture of the parent, be like, yep, that's the same person. You can hit the checkout button. You can check them out that way. Okay, so those are some of the things that you can do with the scanner. You can also scan a parent's tag, which is probably the normal way that you will want to check a kid out. So a parent comes to you and says, here, I want my kids. You scan the parent's tag, and then it will bring up their picture, make sure that it's the right person holding the tag, and then it will also show you their children, and you can check out the children one at a time, or if you have all of the kids in the room, you can check out all the kids to the parent, and off they go. Okay, so lots of things are possible with the scanner. I also wanted to show you just real briefly that there is a kiosk mode to this check-in software, and one of the computers in the hallway will be on kiosk mode. This is for parents to self-check-in who do not have a smartphone. So you will get some feedback from parents doubtless saying, I don't have a phone that'll run this app. No problem. Go online, create your account with Kidmin, and then you can check in at the kiosk. And all that they have to do is enter their phone number here, and then it will bring up their information, and they can say that they're checking in kids to a particular service, and it's super intuitive. So this will be available to everybody who doesn't want to use the smartphone app. Lastly, this is the desktop check-in mode. There will also be a computer at the kiosk that is in this mode. It will be turned not facing the parents, and this will be staffed. So you will probably not see this screen unless we have asked you to be the person manning the kiosk, but I want to at least show you how it works in case you are that person. So this is the desktop check-in screen. This is currently the only way to check in as volunteers. It's silly, and I'm working with them to try to figure out a better way to get that done. They're aware. But this is the only way for a volunteer to get checked in, is to walk up to the person manning this, click volunteer check-in, and then have the person type their name in. It's not even a drop-down menu or something like that. And then say, yes, I'm working for this class. It's ridiculous. As of right now, we're not using that because it's too time-consuming. Hopefully the app gets better. This is what we will be looking at, though. So this is the kids that are currently checked in. Again, this is a dummy class. These are all dummy kids, but you can see how that works. So these are the kids that have checked in. Total of 12 kids checked in, all from the same family. That's a great family. And then in each class, you can see how many kids we have in each class. You can print the roster, and so at the end of the check-in window, there will be an opportunity to print rosters and walk them out physically to people if we choose to implement that. And then you can also click on the kids and see who's in and all that kind of stuff. So this is the picture of who is currently checking in for a class. When a new family walks up, you want to click this Register New Child button. And the first screen that you see here is the kid. So we need to make sure that we get good data. So we're going to ask people what their child's name is, and you're going to enter it for them. This is not them typing it in. This is you entering it in, right? So this is Marty McFly, and they are coming to us. Of course, Marty McFly is coming to us, and he has been born on October the 21st. This is working really slow. I'm going to pause here. So, of course, Marty McFly was born on October 21st, 2015, and this is his picture. Now, if Marty is being brought by somebody who is already in the church, we already know this family, they're bringing this kid as a guest. You can add a guardian from the database, just type in their name, and then up will come the family, and then you're done. That person's now attached as a guest to that family group, and they can always check them in or out. If this child is coming with a whole family and mom and dad McFly are standing there, then you need to register a new guardian. And so you'll click that, and the screen will change. There it is, and will give you information for entering a guardian. Please don't get tons of information and make this take a long time. All we need from the guardians: first name, last name, email, phone number. That's it. Stop at that point, and then have them go back and fill in the rest of the data on their own time. So entering this information will get a kid ready to go. If they are grade school, kindergarten and older, the system puts them in the right class by their birthday. If they are under kindergarten, then the system has a hard time doing that with the way our church divides up kids. And so you need to attend, the child attends as a manual override and put them in the class, okay? So for our purposes, infant and newborn are the same thing. This is nursery. Toddler is what we're calling our 2s and 3s. Pre-K is pre-K, okay? So you'll have to manually put them in the right class if they are younger than kindergarten. If they're kindergarten and over, the system will do it just fine. When you're all done, at the bottom, you click Register Child, and that is all there is to it. If the same family of Mr. and Mrs. McFly have 10 kids, then you'll need to put the guardian information in only one time, and then you can register the first kid, go back and register another child, and then the add the guardian from the database thing works because Mr. McFly is already in the system. Okay, hope that makes sense, and we are going to figure this out as we go. God bless you, and we'll look forward to working through this together. One more thing, if you are a volunteer and a parent, then you have just filled out all the information with the parent app, and you watch this video and you're like, but I don't have the hero app. The normal Kidmin app has those live roster and scan buttons on the bottom as long as the system knows that you're a volunteer. If you filled out all the information and built the Kidmin app and you don't have live roster, scan, tag buttons on the bottom, then it does not know that you're a volunteer. Give me a call. We'll fix it. Now we're done. God bless you. Have a good day.